All right, third take. How do you like them apples? All right, welcome to day 5. Day 5. Day 5. 5. All right. Day 5 is making journaling cards using fabric scraps. Hey. What we're going to do is some gluing first and foremost, right? So this is some sort of weird Edith Holden-ish like craft thing. So what they did was they took the Edith Holden books and they made like crafts and like one of them was a sweater. I don't know. Anyway, so they put her pages in this book and made crafts to go along with them. So whatever. Anyway, found this book for a really good price at a flea market, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I bought it, and this is one of the crafts in the December section. Or crafts, ornaments, I don't know, home decor, whatever you want to call it. Anywho, it's Christmassy, right? So I was like, sweet, we'll do this. So I like this image. I cut it out. I lost my bone folder again. Well, that's awkward. All right. Guess we're gonna do this again. Anyway, so how are we using fabric scraps? Well, my friends, I am going to cut this out and then I will show you. So anyway, we all have some fabric scraps, right? I got a whole bunch of fabric from someone. I can't remember who it was. In Happy Mail. I've just been kind of getting some here and there. From flea markets, you know, stuff like that. Boy, I really need my cutter because that is not straight. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, I'm coming back. Alright. Wouldn't be an Austin video if I was completely prepared, right? Okay, so I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. Make sure that it's straight-ish. It better be straight with this cutter. Alright. Sweet. So now we have journaling space on the back, right? And we want to add some fabric. Well, that just sounds like a great idea. Now, what I could have done and what would have made sense is to put the fabric on before I put this down, but I wanted it to lay even. So now I'm trying to peel this paper back up, and it's proving to be a little bit more difficult than I'd previously imagined because it took me a little bit and I had to go get my cutter and all that. So I really just need a little bit too. So I'm going to take my scissors in. I'm going to gently, I hope, maybe. Okay, maybe not. Let's change our plan here. So I will just do what I was going to do on the outside, and we'll fix it up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this. I've just got some Aleene's tacky glue, and I just need to put a little bit on the side here, just to kind of tack it down before we start sewing it. There we go. All right, that was a little bit too high, so we're going to, there we go. So we just have the, so we just have the lace peeking out. And I'm gonna cut that off. Okay. Now here's my favorite thing to do with journaling cards, is to make tabs with fabric and lace, right? So let's say we've got that. And let me see here, where'd that one go? Right there. All right. So we're just going to put that down as well. Now this serves two purposes. One, it can provide a little bit of contrast with the colors and just kind of make it stand out against the background. Now what I'm going to do is ink this a bit along the edges, just so that it's not so boring, right? I even ink the lace a little bit and the fabric. All right, so here in just a minute, we're gonna let this dry. Here in just a minute, I'm gonna go over and sew that. Now, I'm not going to show you that I'm sewing it because frankly, I don't wanna move my camera. But trust me, I'm just sewing around it. I'm not even doing anything fancy. So the second thing is these holiday button cards are fantastic. You can get them from Calico Collage on her Etsy, and they are wonderful. And then here's some little collage sheet pieces that I've sprayed with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist through a Linda Israel stencil on the back. Well, different stencils actually on the back, and it makes it, you know, nice and cute and stuff. That's the back of that one. And then here's the back of that one, okay? So what we're gonna do with this one is, I like using lace, I don't know why. It's fun. That's a little bit big, isn't it? Well, that's fine. We're just going to figure it out as we go, though, huh? And you don't have to cut it perfectly. We can always trim it at the end. All right. Now I want to leave some space so that we have room to write. Right? So I'm going to go over and I'm going to trim this real quick. Or trim it. Good grief. I'm going to come over here and sew it. Actually, should I do it this way? Or this way? Ooh, yeah, I like that way. I like this way. If it'll work. Okay. So I'm just gonna run some glue stick down both sides, just so it tacks it for a second. And make sure it's a glue stick that dries clear, so that, you know, you don't have a smear of glue stick all over the place. And I'm going to just put this on the edge. That way this creates kind of like a little tab, right? All right, so I'm going to sew around these two in just a minute. I'm not going to just yet, because I found these in my stash. These are from Seven Gypsies. I don't know if they have them anymore, but they're little ATC sized canvas I don't know, panels, I guess you could call it. Now, I know I'm taking this topic quite literally, making journaling cards out of fabric scraps. Because if you have canvas, at some point, you will have a scrap that looks kind of like this, probably this size, right? There we go. Now, you could back this with paper, such as this. And sew around it and actually have a journaling card made out of fabric. But what I want to do is use one of these. Now, this would be a lot better if this was coffee dyed back here, but it's not. We'll use her. She's cute. We will. That's a lot of glue. Okay. What do we want to do here on the back? Ooh, that'd be fun. All right, let's cut some of this off here. Trying to figure out which way I'd like this. I was kind of wanting to go a different way, but great. Now where did I make that cut? Wasn't right there. Okay, hang on. See, originally I thought this was going to be a really quick video. Yeah, right. So I quit being so fat for the past few months with dieting correctly and stuff. And so we're getting rid of my old jeans and stuff like that. And I was going to take them and cut them up and use them for journals and, you know, stuff like that. Didn't quite happen. Because I forgot to. Then my wife threw them away. Actually, she didn't just throw them away, she burnt them in the fire pit, so kind of hard to get those back, huh? All right. What do I want here? I feel like I want something, but I'm just not sure what it is. Maybe a little piece of this. We're working with triangles right now, folks. All right, I like that. Have you ever used glue stick on fabric? Because it does work. Very temporarily, though. Trust me, it will not stick long term. If there's anything you should trust me on, that would be it. Everything else is kind of sketchy. Okay. So like that. And this is just to tack it down before I take it to my sewing machine. All right. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So now, do this one last. I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine. And I'll just put it on a zigzag with the longest stitch possible, and the width of the stitch I've just got down at 2. For some reason I really like this strange zigzag stitch. Yeah, at some point, probably after we move, I will have a sewing cam, one that's dedicated, or a mount at least, that's dedicated to being over here, so that I wouldn't have to change anything. little bit of crazy sewing down on the bottom, so you can see this, right? And then I did that just down below because, you know, why not, right? Yeah, that's drying nicely. All right. I promise I'm hurrying back to you. Alright, I did a little bit of the same thing on this one, although you can't really see it through the, right there. Just did a little bit of a messy stitch up there. Alright, and then I got this one. Now this one I'm also going to sew from the front side because I don't want to, like sew through the little girl because that wouldn't be very nice. And this one I'm just varying the stitches, how I do them, just to give it a little bit added interest. And my bobbin kind of messed up, which is fine. Sorry, I'm a little quiet. Sweet. So now we've just got this little bit. You can see the varied little shabby stitches all over the place. And how it's kind of frayed over here, and then this you can still like look under and be like, oh hey, cool, you know. Because if I did that, then it would go like right through her face, and you know, no one wants that. So anyway, so yeah, that's how I like to use fabric scraps with journaling cards. And like I said, you could take, you know, a little canvas or any type of fabric really, and just make a journaling card out of, which would pretty much just be a fabric flip basically, except, you know, would be pinned in the journal or something. So anyway, those are the 3 that we did today. And yeah, I mean, that was just 20 minutes because mainly I wasn't prepared. I kept losing things, and I was explaining. But you can do it a lot quicker, especially if it looks shabby and kind of, you know, messed up and all that. Really just do it in no time. So, alright. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. I think we're playing with postcards.